Next part of the lean value model is a revenue stream, right? So now you have to figure out, how am I going to ensure revenues come in, where the revenue is going to come in, right? So obviously pricing is a major factor of your revenue, right? I mean, and you can't price it too low because then you'll have serious cash flow issues. You can't price it too high. You price it too high, you'll compete, you'll not be competitive. So you got to analyze what the competition is doing, right? What kind of prices are there in the market with the competition? Do you have a unique enough product that you can price slightly higher than the average price? Or do you have a unique cost benefit factor in the back end that you can price it lower because you still have a good margin? So all these kind of things come into consideration. The gross margin target that you have. For me, we have a gross margin target of around 65%. So any business we get into, any SKU, any new product line we get into, I have to make sure that I'm able to provide an international product at Indian pricing. That's my value proposition to my customer. That's a promise I made to my customer. Now, can I do that? So let's say my peri peri sauce that I've launched. So I take the peri peri sauce, I go to the market and I see, there is a gap in the market. There is an expensive product that's coming in and there are really bad Indian products. Yes, there is a gap in the middle. Great. That's point number one. Now, my next point, how big is the size? How big is the peri peri size in the market? Are there enough people buying this product? So I go and do my research. I talk to my distributors. I talk to people out there and I realize, hey, this is a big market and there is an opportunity. So now my next challenge is, now how do I provide my value proposition of a great product at a competitive price and provide a 63%, 64% margin? So I go and check out the ingredients. I go, do the R&D. I come up with the product, the pricing, and I play around with it till I'm able to hit the quality that I want and the gross margin target that I want. And then I know I have a product here that meets my value proposition, meets my gross margin target, and I can price it at a point where it'll start moving, right? So it's very important. This is a very, very important exercise. Obviously, you got to make sure that you meet your volumes, and for that, you got to make sure that ingredients are available. So for me, I got to make sure that bird eye chili, which I use in peri peri, is available throughout the year. I don't want to be importing these products. I want to make sure that they're available locally, so that if a pandemic hits, ports don't get shut down and I have access to my ingredients, right? I got to make sure that I have enough working capital to be able to order products in bulk. I've got to make sure that I'm able to distribute these products. So these are some of the things that go into the revenue stream consideration. And then you kind of build out, you do a projection, revenue streams. Next few years, what's your revenue going to look like, right? Like I said, it's a projection. It's based on pricing. It's based on your volumes. It's based on, distribution points, what your gross margins are. When will you break even? How many, how much do you have to price it, and how many products do you have to sell to be able to break even? At what point does that happen, right? So this is just a basic exercise that you got to go through to understand how much money do you need. So if it's going to take me 4 years or 3 years or 2 years to break even, and I'm spending 10 lakhs a month, how much money do I need to get to that point where I break even, so that I can know that when I can go and get it funded, I can go to the bank, I can go to a VC, I can go to friends and family to raise that money, right? So this is a very important exercise.